We're gonna start the scheduled selectmen's meeting, so remember, try to keep down the crosstalk, interferes with the recording. When you get up, if you get up to talk, please introduce, at least say your name, so we're making the minutes, it makes it easier to get done. Alright? So, first up, police department. Chief Joe.
So, Joe Guerrero, Chief of Police. I just have a few things to go over. For the police department, I'll make it short and simple. I've done an inventory of what we have for equipment and some of the stuff that we have that's outdated. And I just wanted to share with the board that we have in ammo. Today we have 31 boxes of 40 caliber ammo that we have no need for. So I've been working with Veteran Weapons to do an even exchange to swap out rather than buy any. So they're working with me on that. So I should have some answers at our next meeting as to how that's going to go. I just figure we're not going to use that. We don't even have a 40 caliber firearm anymore. So the other thing I have is I did an inventory of our tasers. We have some old, outdated tasers that I've reached out to Taser. They're well beyond anything we can use. So there's a company that is willing to pay for them and buy back. So they'll offer $100 per taser. There's 4 of them down there. I thought the $400 would be a good revenue to the town. Just go back, I would imagine, to the general fund. If
Imagine that's, well, just because of what they are, it's not something we can actually put out to bid, or, I mean,
right.
they really need to go to.
And when I reached out to Taser, they're like, throw them away. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. If we can make money,
Yeah.
well, why not? Right? I was like, why not?
Give me 10 bucks for one.
Yeah. 15 and you got a deal. No, I'm just kidding.
I can shock Joe.
The only other thing, so I am working with that company. They're based out of Florida. They're all accredited. They have all kinds of documentation to verify. I've checked with some other departments who have sold to them in the past. They're like, yeah. They just get refurbished and resold.
So once you get that, all the paperwork, then bring it to us.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I just wanted to put it on the radar.
Alright.
The October 5th, we're doing another movie night at the pond. I'm working with Brian and Parks and Rec on that. I'm doing a presentation with the K through 3 at the elementary school to talk about Halloween safety with the kiddos, so that's going to be coming up. Another thing with the school is the Merrimack County Sheriff's Office paid to have some of their sheriff's officers go through a new program. It's a spin-off of DARE. It's called LEADS. So Dr. Conley and I are working to try to get that into the school. There'd be no cost to any of us, so it's done through the sheriff's office. And then just 2 other things. I have an update on Tiffany. Tiffany started 2 weeks ago. She's working out great. She's been helping me with retention of records and things like that. We've gone through numerous files and things like that, and cleaning up the office, and that's kind of where we were at with this organization of the tasers and ammo and stuff. And then the town has had a couple of break-ins to both vehicles and a couple of sheds, so there'll be some modification of hours. I'm going to be working some late nights to kind of curb some of that stuff. So I just wanted to let people know in case they don't see me during the day or early evening. I might be on the early morning. So yeah, trying to curb some of that activity. But other than that, that is really all I have. Like I said.
Do you know what your calls were?
Calls for this month, what did I have? I have, there were just over 30 calls, so 32 calls for service for the month. Yeah. And there were 22 stops this month. And we're still actively investigating a few other calls as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. Next on the agenda is fire department. I don't know, at this point, want to do draw the names for,
Well, we said yesterday, the 17th we had. I can't remember what day we
yeah,
had.
today's the 17th.
Today's the 17th.
Okay.
Today was the day we were gonna do.
Okay. Do you want to do that first, or do you wanna, did you have a chance to stew on this, or?
Yeah.
From the talk yesterday, do you wanna do that first, or A or B? It's up to you.
Whatever, thanks for to.
Both gotta be done, I just.
Yeah. Why don't we draw the names and we'll do that?
Okay. Just draw the names.
All right, so we have to remember what we agreed upon.
Can that be reiterated, what we agreed upon?
So what was agreed on was we were gonna do 5 citizens,
Yep.
2 representatives of the fire department, 1 selectman, and 1 budget committee person.
Make sure I have in my minutes what we remember that.
That's what we discussed yesterday. It gave us an odd number.
Yeah, okay, I just double checked in my minutes, but I wouldn't want it to be wrong.
On your fire department people, was there one fireman and an ambulance person, or?
It was just whoever put
Just,
their
yeah.
fire, they were in the fire department structure.
He's got a good point, though.
Well,
One
she
medical
brought
and,
it up.
yeah, one medical and one fire. That way you get representative from both.
So, you folks gotta remember, these are gonna be public meetings,
Yeah.
so
We're gonna,
everybody's can participate, whether you're on the committee or not. You know, the question was, does the town wanna have a fire chief that has fire one was the base that people were talking about, correct?
To discuss qualifications
Right.
for the fire.
Okay,
Yeah, I thought that was qualifications. only.
Qualifications.
okay,
That's what the committee's going to decide.
Job description.
Right.
but they're public, so it's gonna,
Okay, okay.
So, I mean,
I
it's
just
not-
thought he had a valid point, because there is 2 sides to the fire department.
Steve, did you guys look at all the names that were put in there and assure that everybody that wanted to be
They're all
picked?
here, everybody who wanted to do it. They're
Great,
here.
I'm asking the selectmen if they looked to see, to make sure everybody's name was in there.
I know of a handful. Do I know everyone? I don't.
But I'm
know
saying,
them.
did you look at all the slips of the people that were in there?
Oh, can we
Here,
see the
Stephen,
list of names
Stephen,
after?
Stephen, why don't you give them to me? Give them to me, and I'll just do it this way. I will read them out.
But before you do that, I have a question.
Put it on there. Put it on the record.
Yeah,
I think that's public.
I have a question.
That
Can
looks
you
like public.
go back and tell us what the scope of this group is, this committee that's in? Because last night it seemed to expand past job description into the direction the fire department is taking.
I mentioned that, I didn't, you know, what,
The original scope was we were
Right.
looking at job description
yeah,
for the chief.
right?
Now, are we to look at job description for officers? Fire
No.
department?
No.
No,
This
it's
was
just for the chief.
for quick.
Because you remember, then it's the chief's job
Yes.
to do that
Yes.
first. Tom?
You talked about regionalization and talked to Bristol chief, yesterday about that. Like, is that a later discussion? Potentially, depending on what the fire department does now?
Yep.
Potentially, yes.
I think what I got from the public hearing was that was part of what the public wanted the discussion on the committee, beyond the fire chief's certifications, to look into the future direction. At least that's what I got from the public hearing.
We also talked that we might end up with a second committee
Right.
to look at the direction of the department.
With 3 citizen?
5. Lisa, I can already tell
Five,
there's
six,
some,
five
their
citizens.
names that are missing. Can you give me some more post-its?
3 fire. I'm getting confused. There's too much.
I didn't put the selectmen in there.
Citizens.
Huh? No.
I figured you guys could figure that out.
All right, so Natalie and Nathan Mills, Nikki Mahoney, Carl Ryder, Frank Marsh, Joanne, Paul, Kathy Angeli, is that it? Harold, Knott, Bob Schulte, and Matt.
Yeah,
So I
Number
emailed
15.
all 3 selectmen asking to put my name.
Yeah, want to do it, Steve?
Are there any others that are missing, Lisa?
No, everybody who wanted it, I just put their name right over here and put a Facebook on it. Who was after Natalie and Nate, you have Carl Ryder, who was the other one? I missed one.
Nate, Natalie, Nikki Mahoney,
Okay.
Carl Ryder, Frank Marsh, Joanne, Paul, Kathy Angeli, Harold Knott, Bob Schulte, Matt Rocha, Steve.
Marshall Bennett?
I didn't realize how to sign up or whatever, but sure, I can throw my name in there, I guess.
We should just do the whole tax roll.
Yeah, really. Well, it's a good number at least.
Anybody else?
You could be present to win.
Yeah. That's what they said last meeting.
Joe, seeing as your name's not in this, would you mind pulling the names from the hat for me?
I'll pull them.
You got the hat too, you're all set.
Okay, I can use your hat, use my hat, I don't care.
Get some sun today, Jim?
Yeah, a little bit. It's good for you.
Alright, let's. Alright, dude, good job. Yeah, we can do it this way, so.
I drew 2. I don't have my glass on, so I'm gonna hand
Alright,
this to
so
you.
hold on, alright, so we got Marshall Bennett, so I guess he would be fire. Kathy Angeli would be public.
Is that the only 2?
No, keep going.
And know the number for this.